Hello everybody and welcome to the Celtic career mode right here on the Straight Outta Cloyne YouTube channel in FC25. Lads, ye have no idea how excited I am right now. It's been a long time coming. I have been counting down the days and we are finally here. Yes, a career mode with Celtic. I have been wanting to do this for the longest time. Of course, I am from Ireland. Celtic, obviously, a huge connection to every Irish football fan. And last year, they introduced Celtic Park into the game, and the original plan was to do this career mode last year, but we never quite got around to it, so I wanted to make sure this year we 100% got around to doing Celtic. 54 Scottish League titles, 42 Scottish Cups, 21 League Cups, and of course, Celtic were the first team from the UK to win the European Cup. The Lisbon Lions beat Inter Milan back in 1967, becoming the first British European champions. I nearly lost my voice there. That's how excited I am. And that is one of the main goals of this career mode. I want Scotland's first European champions to be Scotland's second European champions. There is going to be a huge emphasis on European football in this career mode. Celtic have gone far too long without any European success. They were runners-up in the Champions League final or the European Cup final in 1970 and also in the UEFA Cup in 2003 to Jose Mourinho's Porto. So that is definitely going to be one of the main goals of this career mode. I have literally only played one game of FC25 so far. I played one game with United against Ipswich. I won 3-2. It was a challenge, but I did like the gameplay of the game so far. But I wanted to make sure that when we started up this career mode that you got to see me experiencing career mode for the first time. This is literally the first time I've booted it up. It's currently 25 to 1 in the morning here in Ireland. It's literally just been released in the last 35 minutes. I am very, very excited for this. Let's do this together. Celtic, here we go. So, for the first season, we will keep transfers on. Well, they'll be on every season, but you know what I mean. I'm not going to turn off the transfer window in the first in the first window. I don't really think there's any point. I'm going to keep it on. You can put a transfer embargo on, which is quite cool to be fair. Just so you can see here, you can disable transfers, have transfers on, disable the first transfer window. What else do we have here? Yeah, transfer embargo, and you can do it all the way up to the 15th season, which is the final season of career mode. Oh no, you can't. You can go up to 14 seasons, but still, that is pretty cool. You can have it be only transfers, so only permanent transfers allowed, and only loans as well. That is pretty cool, but we're going to have transfers active. That is obviously the most exciting part of career mode, so we are going to have them switched on. Scouting, we will keep scouting on. Training plans, we will keep them on. We will start on legendary difficulty. The more I get used to it, the better I get at the game. I will up it to ultimate at some stage. No financial takeover, no thank you. And the board expectations, this is where it gets absolutely just like a dream come true for career mode players. No sacking. Honestly, the amount of FC24 career modes that got ruined by getting sacked after winning a quadruple, but you didn't sign 2 players from Asia, those days are gone. No sacking is going to be the case in this career mode and for every career mode we do on FC25. So that is what we are going to do here. In terms of the match, we'll go 4 minutes for the match length. I'll up it to 5 if it's a big game. We'll keep it on legendary difficulty. Youth tournament match length. There's going to be quite a big emphasis on the Youth Academy in this career mode, and it's for a specific reason that I will get into in this episode, something I've been hinting at in the lead up to this career mode. But the match length will go 4 minutes again, youth player quality, so this is quite cool. You can have the youth players either be at their full potential, so if somebody has a full potential of 92, you can have them play as a 92 in the youth tournament, or you can have it at their current overall, which I think is a better reflection of what that player will be like when you promote them. So we'll keep it at current overall, so I'm happy with that. Classic game type, simulation, custom. I'm going to keep it on classic for now, but we will probably adjust this as we go. Wind effects I will put off, I think, but we might turn it on at some stage. I think I'll keep it off for now, and then weather effects we'll put on. I don't mind other weather effects, such as the rain or the snow or whatever. The wind, though, I can see that being quite annoying. So we'll keep that. We'll keep that off. Training plans are already on. The what's this? Training plan recovery rates. Choose how efficient your training plans are and how quickly your players recover sharpness and energy. Keep in mind that sharpness slowly decays on non-match days. Your players will see their sharpness and energy increase and decrease in a more measured manner. So you can do it manually or automatic. I will only do it manually because I feel like I got quite a good rhythm with it in FC24, and I don't think it's too much different in this game. Choose whether to enable or disable the pre-match training drills. I don't know what to do here, to be honest. I'm going to turn them off for now. Yeah, I don't need to play them. That's something that we'll ignore. And this is quite cool as well. So the development rate of senior players and for youth players. So you can have it be normal, fast, or slow. I'll put it at normal for both. I think that's fair. We can test it out in other career modes. I'll be doing career modes away from YouTube as well, so it'll give me more of a chance to test things out. I'm still trying to determine the first team I'm going to do away from YouTube, so that'll give me an opportunity to kind of explore with some of these things, but we'll keep them both on normal. I think that's only fair. Transfers obviously active. Transfer negotiations, we'll put it at default. So it's, yeah, pretty balanced. I think that makes sense. We'll go loose with the transfer approaches. Don't need to complicate that. Scouting will stay on. Searching players, obviously on. And this is something I have missed so much, lads. You have no idea. You now get to see players overall from the beginning. You don't need to scout every player. Back in the day, you could only see the highest rated players overall for the biggest clubs. Everyone else you had to scout. Now it can be instant for both. So you can have it be normal, slow, instant, fast. I'm going to have it instant for both. This is going to be a game changer, especially for career modes like this, where we'll be signing some different players in the in the Scottish League. It's not going to be the same as in the Premier League or one of the top 5 leagues. So we're going to keep them both at instant. Board expectations, no sacking. European competitions, of course, Celtic are in the Champions League. They just had a massive win, a 5-1 win against, I think it was Bucharest, if memory is serving me correctly. I watched the game and I'm already after forgetting, but there was a 5-1 win in the new league phase. Congratulations to Celtic for that. So that's going to be no different here. We will be in the Champions League. No financial takeover. We'll go sterling for the preferred currency because obviously we will be in Scotland. International job offers, I'm going to keep them on. Because, lads, this is not just going to be a Celtic career mode. Oh, no. This will not just be me managing Celtic. I want to also manage the Republic of Ireland national team. So remember when I said there's going to be quite a big focus on the youth academy? Yeah, we're going to be scouting a lot of players in Ireland. So in this career mode, it's not going to be a case of we sign all these players, we get them to high overalls and we keep them. We're going to be selling on a lot of these players because it makes sense. The Scottish League is not one of the biggest leagues in terms of, teams competing in Europe. So if you're doing well in the Scottish League, teams from bigger leagues are going to come sniffing around and we're going to end up, you're going to end up selling them to those clubs. This career mode is going to be no different. And also with the Irish players, when I feel like they've gotten to a decent enough level that they can go to another team and keep progressing, we'll sell them on. And keep them progressing at the club that they join, and then we'll join up with them again during the international games. Now, that's not to say that we won't have any Irish players in this team. Of course, if they fit the team and I want to keep them, then I'll do that. But that's something to keep in mind. We will be selling on quite a few players. It's going to be an interesting challenge, lads, and I'm so excited for it. Let's advance on in. New beginnings. Today, we're all hoping. We're all dreaming. It's the start of the season. Let's play it. All of us together living this game. That's the most Triple H-esque intro I have ever heard in a football game. If you know, you know. And here we go, getting to save our first career mode. Celtic Football Club. As you can see here, no other saves, just Celtic. And now you're going to look at Joe Turl. He's going to look a little bit different in this game.
Your new manager.
It's not the same as he would have looked in previous career modes. They got rid of the default manager that I would use, but you know what? I'm pretty happy with the manager right there. And here we are, lads. Wow. This is overwhelming. The new career mode menu. Sorry, there's just one thing I need to do there. Just give me a second here. The sound, just to make sure there's no reverb on the mic. There we go. The new social media tab as well. Whole of Celtic is more than happy to welcome our new manager, Joe Tarl. We will achieve great things together. Oliver Evans seems a bit sceptical. Charlie Johnston, he's pretty excited. And Esther Van Beek, is this good or bad? No, but seriously, I love this. They have this in the UFC games as well, where they have social media and troll comments and nice comments as well. So I think that's cool that they've brought it into the game. So that's something that's quite interesting. Just trying to see what else we can see here. The transfer window is open. Yes, of course. Review training plans. So this is what I was saying about the last game. So if we go here, where am I going? Let's go to all out performance. No. What am I doing here? So we'll be active by default with no other automated rule. Oh, okay. I'm not sure what to do here. Okay, so I get this now. So we'll go 50 for this anyway, performance focused, I think. Will we? Okay, this is kind of confusing. Oh, I'll come back to this. I'm going to come back to this. Yeah, because that's pretty confusing. I thought there was a way that you could go and automatically assign it. Oh, maybe, okay, maybe that's... Okay, maybe I should have picked a different option for that, but who cares? This is the first look at the team, but we'll get into that there in a second. So let's just come out of that. Create a tactical preset. So this is going to be interesting because we are one of the best teams, the best team I should say, in Scotland, but obviously in Europe, we're not going to be one of the top teams yet. So when it comes to the style of play that we want to pick, like counter-attacking I think will definitely work in Europe. Park the bus would probably be also in Europe, to be honest, but not in Scotland. Gegenpressing, that could work in both to a certain extent. Tiki-taka, probably not so much in Europe. Wing play, I do like to incorporate my wingers quite a lot into my gameplay. I think for now we'll go with gegenpressing, because why not? And then obviously we get to hire some coaches. So I don't want to go over the top of this right now because obviously our budget will be quite limited this year, but we'll hire a coach in this menu here. So let me just see here. Normally they gave you a 5-star, oh sorry, all 5 stars in the last game, but obviously that is no longer the case. So for an attacking one, who has the best attacking stats? God, not really many of them, to be honest. We'll go with this one here. Just see what happens. There we go. We've got 2 now in our attack. We'll hire one coach for each. We've got a good midfield one here that we'll put in there. Defense. Hopefully there might be a decent one for the defense. Yes, there is. Obviously, listen, there'll be better coaches as time goes on. But right now, they're not the highest rated coaches. But anyways, look, we've got one for each there. I can come back to that as well. I'm still getting used to this. So let's see what else is here. So the board objectives. So the youth development, sign at least 2 players younger than 20 years old with potential greater than the average overall rating of players currently in the same position. And then we have sign 4 players in your youth academy assigned to each of the following positions: goalkeeper, defender, midfielder and forward. Those 2 will be fine. The first one you can achieve in the youth academy as well, and the second one obviously we're going to be doing that anyway because we're going to be looking all over Ireland for youth scouts. But don't worry, we're not just going to be scouting in Ireland, we're going to be doing Scotland as well. And I also want to do another country, especially in the first season, that we'll talk about there in a little bit. Brand exposure, sign 1 young player, so I believe that's 1 player younger than 20, or 20 or younger I should say, so that's something we can look at doing. Financial is very low, make a 2.5 million profit from new player sales within 2 seasons. It might be a very low objective, but I reckon that we can get that done, even though we can't get sacked in this, so it's great. The domestic success, win the league title and win the cup. I have a strong feeling we'll do at least one of those. Cup competitions, though, they can go either way, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And let's see what the Champions League goal is. Reach the quarterfinal. Wow, that's a lofty expectation for Season 1 with Celtic, if I'm going to be honest. But hey ho, listen, Mountains are there to be climbed, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said. He was just in Dublin recently as well. Hope he got on good. I wasn't there. It was too much money. But anyways, reached the quarter-final. That will be interesting. Obviously, in this new format as well, you can't drop down to the Europa League anymore, and that's the same in the game. So I'd imagine we'll be in the Champions League every season if we keep winning the league. So hopefully that will be the case, that will only ever be in the Champions League. But at least we know when we're in a European competition that season, whether it's Champions League, Europa League or Conference League, that will be that. There's no dropping down into the other competitions anymore, which I think is good. Review scouting assignments. So look, lads, we'll fly through this because, yeah, look, whatever, that's the same as before. Scotland scout report updated. Okay, this is not Scotland. These are all free agents. I think they're all from like is it the Mexican League or the Brazilian League or something? Or they're, they play for the national teams, but their team isn't in the game. Like, where is he? Afif, we had him with Clone United, didn't we? Who else? Vega, I'm pretty sure I had him in a career mode as well. Luis Chavez was one too. I'm not sure if he's still in this. Got 3 unread emails. Youth Academy report. We'll have a look at that in a second. Actually, let's have a look at it now. So the youth players are going to look much younger as well. And our first player is literally called Lucas Young. And he looks quite young. I love this. So the Youth Academy players will look younger than they did before. And they will look older the more they grow. And they'll get bigger. They'll get stronger. I think it's great. Just like in real life. So Lucas Young, a young Scottish goalkeeper. He looks pretty decent. Joseph Archer, not so much. John Carson looks pretty, potential-wise pretty good. Overall-wise, not so much. Ewan Cochrane, I think is how you say that name. He looks very, very good, actually, potential-wise, 81 to 94, so we'll keep an eye on him. Douglas Wood as well, 62 rated right now, 67 to 91 potential. Logan McIntyre, 64 to 88, looks pretty decent. Mitsuha Ito, 61 to 85, not too bad. And Kai Agawa, 51 rated, 67 to 91. Decent youth academy. I like how it's nations that are relevant to the club. Scotland, England obviously, bordering Scotland, and Celtic obviously do have a few Japanese players in the team, and I've had Japanese players over the years like Shinsuke Nakamura, not that one, not the wrestler, the guy who scored 2 very good free kicks against United back in the day. But the less said about that, the better. So that's the Youth Academy gone. Vision and expectations we can get rid of, and we can move on as well. I keep opening up that menu. I'm still getting used to this. So youth tournament started. So this is something we'll definitely be doing as well, is playing the youth team. We're not going to do it right now, but it's good to know that it's there. And lads, that's the start of this career mode. So let's have a look at the squad. So we'll go to team management first. So I think this is quite a decent team to start with. Of course, we have the veteran himself in goal, Kasper Schmeichel. We did use him in a career mode as well with Clone United, nearly said Turl United. We did have him for a season. It wasn't the best goalkeeping performances we'd ever seen, but still, there's always room to improve. So I'm very happy to have him in between the sticks. Johnston at right back, Carter Vickers and Scales as the centre backs, and Taylor at left back. McGregor, Bernardo, and Hatate, I think I'm saying that, or Hatat. I'm probably mispronouncing that. I apologise. Kuhn, Kyogo Furuhashi, who we also had at Clone United, and Maeda in the team as well. On the bench, we've got Forrest, Adamida, who obviously is Irish, Engels, McCowan, Palma, Sinisalo, Ralston, Trusty, and Naraki. I'm probably mispronouncing half these names, but hey ho, it's a learning curve. So let's all learn together, I should say. Oh, and this is something I noticed as well. We've got this young American centre back who goes by the name of Phil Brooks, recently spotted at Celtic Park. He was having a bit of an issue with a Rangers fan, and he decided that Celtic were going to be the team that he would support, and he had an impressive stature. He had an impressive size. He's quite athletic. He's done other sports before, and he's always been quite a decent athlete. So Celtic have taken a chance on him here and have brought him into the team. So welcome, Phil Brooks. He wears Punk on the back of his jersey for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why that is. Maybe it's some sort of nickname or something. I don't know. It's strange. It's weird. Like, it's almost like he's Celtic made. So you can, in one way, you could nearly call him CM Punk. But hey, listen, that's just that's just speculation on my part, but we will put him on the bench. I do like as well now how you can have 9 players on the subs bench, just like in real life. So that's something as well that's a nice addition to the game. Lads, I'm really happy with this. I am really, really happy with this. We'll save the changes to the team sheet. So where else will we go? Transfers, obviously, something we'll look at as well. Where else am I going here? If we go to the academy, so let's actually do this right now. Actually, before we do that, where am I going? God, this is so much different from what I'm used to. It's going to take me some time to get used to this, lads, so I do apologize if this episode is a bit all over the place, but I'm enjoying it though. I'm really, really enjoying it. I can't wait for this. Oh, here we go. Yikes. We have got 18 million in our transfer budget. That's one of the lowest budgets I've had in a career mode for quite some time. Obviously the Oxford one, it would have been low as well, but that's because we were a League One team. But with this career mode, that's going to be tough, considering we're in the Champions League and that we'll be competing with some of the big boys in Europe. If we have a look here at the calendar, so just to oh god, I keep clicking on that, just to show you what to expect. So we do have this game here against Cluj, who is not who Celtic played in real life, but I think that's probably because they're not in the real life game. The team they played in the Champions League in real life. So we'll play Cluj, who did play United in the Champions League back in the day. Dortmund away, Atalanta away, which is the 2 real life games that Celtic have in the Champions League up next. Leipzig at home, Brugge at home. If you know anything about this channel, we have quite the history with Belgian teams. So that game is going to be... It's going to be one to watch out for. Do not miss our clash with Club Brugge. I am telling you now, we have a absolute, just unbelievably intense rivalry with Belgian teams. So it's good to see that this time it's going to be in the Champions League and not the Conference League. But yeah, I'm expecting that to be as tough as the Dortmund, Leipzig and Atalanta games. Just saying. We have Zagreb then away, and then we have Young Boys at home and Aston Villa away. And obviously now with the new league phase, it goes all the way up to January, so it doesn't stop in December. And then hopefully we will be in the knockout stages as well. So obviously with that as well, the top 8 teams go straight through to the last 16, and then the teams then below that have a playoff system similar to what the Europa League had with the preliminary round to determine who goes into the last 16, and then the teams below them get completely knocked out of the Champions League. So even if we have a look at that here, so just to explain it a bit further, so Celtic, where are we? Oh, we're right there. So yeah, obviously this is alphabetical, but if we were to stay in this very position here, we would be out of the Champions League. But if we go up here, so the top 8 teams there, they will all go through to the next stage of the Champions League. And sorry, if I go down here to 9 to 16 would have the playoffs, and I think it goes all the way up 8, 16, yeah, 8, 16, 20 up to 24, and then everyone below them gets knocked out. Sorry, I've just noticed something there as well. Milano FC, no more Inter Milan, no more AC Milan, Milano FC, and where Inter? What are they called now? Oh, is that them? Oh, it is Lombardia FC. Oh my god, someone's gonna have to explain to me what that means. I don't know. That's depressing. No San Siro, no licensed Milan teams. Just as Roma, Atalanta, and bloody Napoli and Lazio come back, we lose 2 of the biggest teams in Italy. Oh, it's such a shame. Such a shame. But anyways, whatever. Who cares? Who cares? Clearly me. It's a shame. It is a shame. If we play the Milan teams, it won't be it won't be the licensed ones, which is quite a shame. So if we go in here as well, this also gives us a look as well at the team. We've got some oh god. Kasper Schmeichel is retiring at the end of the season. So we're only going to have him for 1 season. Fuck, so we'll already need a new goalkeeper in season 2. I was hoping to get maybe 2 or 3 seasons out of him, but he is 37, I suppose. Oh, whatever. So we will have to look for another goalkeeper. Greg Taylor's contract's running out in the next 12 months, something to keep an eye on. Val is only on loan, Valet, however you say his name. I want to have a look at the development plans, because the development plans look quite different. Oh my god, CM Punk, Phil Brooks, he's only just arrived and he's already looking to leave in the next 12 months. I do believe this has changed as well. So if we go to Brooks, yeah. So you can have the stats grow in that position. Well, actually, no, it's pretty much the same as the last time. It's just labeled differently. Or you can change position as well. Does it tell you how long that will take? Oh, it does. Sorry, I was blind. So yeah, he is a centre back. He is a centre back. So we'll put him on stopper maybe, or defender. We'll go defender. Why not? Why not? Where else am I going? Let's have a look at other players who could have decent growth in this team. So Brooks obviously being one of them. Scales, I reckon he'll grow decently as well. Carter Vickers obviously is the senior player of that defence. We've got 3 American centre-backs. Brooks, Carter Vickers and Trusty. And if we have a look through here, like Callum McGregor, the highest rated player in the as the highest rated outfield player in the team, 31 years old. So he's somebody that we'll probably have to look at replacing at some stage. We'll definitely get a few years out of him, but that's just something to keep an eye on. He obviously will be quite good as well. Hatate, Bernardo, he looks like he could be pretty decent as well. Tilio is out on loan as well, so hopefully he'll get some good growth. Dazen Maida, I've heard good things about him in career mode. Luis Palma will probably have some decent growth. Forrest, older player, but again, I've heard that he's good to use in career mode. Kuhn looks like he could be pretty promising. Yang Hwan Hun, a Korean player. So we've got some decent depth out on the wing. Adamida up front with Kyogo. I'm really happy with that. And we've got Johnny Kenny out on loan at Shamrock Rovers. Right. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to go over to the Youth Academy now, and let's get this started with the scouts. So the first scout we have is a 5-star scout. For that reason, I will be sending him to Ireland. The next scout will be in Scotland. Why can't I go to where Ireland is? Northern Europe. Yes, I can. Sorry. It's new menus. I'm still getting used to it. And look at this, right? So we'll go 9 months. But watch this. You can now pick multiple positions and specific positions as well for the scout to look at. Because we want to take the Ireland job, we are going to go for every single... Oh crap, no you can't. Oh, you can only pick a few different positions. Right. My bad. I thought you could pick them all. Okay. So when I think about Ireland, what do I think we need mostly? I think we definitely could do with some more wingers. So I'll go right wing. Wait, how do I... Okay, Jock, give me a second. I'm going to stop the recording here and I'm going to try and figure this out. But I think I figured it out. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to go for a right winger, a left winger, a right mid, because listen, they can play centre mid as well, left mid as well, and we'll go with centre mid. And I'll do that for 3 months. I think that makes the most sense. So we'll advance with that. You can pick the specific type of player that you want to find as well. We'll just go with any of them. I don't mind. Any type of player in any type of role. The other scout we will go with, so I have to be mindful of the budget here as well, because I do want to get some good Scottish players in here. I think we'll just go with Ireland and Scotland for now, because there is another type of player that I would like to look for as well. So we'll go back to Europe, we'll go to Northern Europe, and we will go to Scotland. 3 months, and we will go for a CDM, Oh, you can't go for goalkeeper, apparently. Hang on. If I get rid of that. Okay. I get this now. We're learning together, lads. We're learning together. So we'll go to CDM, a centre-back, and we will also go for right back and left back. I think that makes sense. So we will do that. And then we will have a look at the rest of the scouts we have available. So I'm going to go at Luke McGovern here. He's a little bit lower rated as a scout, but he's only going to be looking in one position. So hopefully he can do the job. And I think, again, it'll be Northern Europe. No, it won't be. Where will it be again? God, my geography is really letting me down here. Oh, I was right, Northern Europe. We are going to be looking for a Swedish striker. And it's not because of the reasons that some of you might think. A lot of you will think of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I, of course, am thinking of Henrik Larsson. Celtic legend. What a player he was. Played for United as well, and obviously for Barcelona, but really made his name at Celtic. I want to find the next Henrik Larsson. So hopefully McGovern can do that. We will go for anything but a false 9. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. And that is our scouting for the Youth Academy finished, lads. I am really, really excited about this. So, if we go back here, you know what? Let's actually give the youth team a go. The first gameplay you're going to see from me is going to be this youth team game here with Celtic and Aberdeen. Gives us a good, you know, it'll give us a good feel for the team. McIntyre for me has to be in there instead of Agawa. And yeah, I think I'm happy with the rest of it. So this is the new Rush mode as well, which I'm excited to check out. So let's have a look at what this is all about. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So this is only my second bit of gameplay. Why is the screen so dark? Oh my god, is that just for me? Or is that for ye as well? Bloody hell, this is really dark. But anyways, here's Cochrane. Let's see what he's all about. Cochrane! Oh, what a goal! I was not expecting that to go in. That was a really, really good goal by Cochrane. He runs off to celebrate with the fans who aren't there. But we take a 1-0 lead here against Aberdeen. God, this screen is so dull. I could have swore it wasn't this dull when I was... Actually, wait, maybe it might be something to do with my TV settings. But it didn't look that bad in the menu. Hold on a second. I'm really distracted right now. I apologise. Okay, no, it must be something to do with the screen. I've just turned up the brightness of my screen. And, there's no change. That's weird. But here's Cochrane. Go on, have another go, lad. Oh, nearly. Right, I won't show the full gameplay of this because I know you'll probably get bored. I'll finish this in the background and we'll come on then at full time. Oh, we are rounding things up here in this Rush game. 4-2, only a few seconds to go. It's quite a fun game mode. I don't think I'm going to play all of them though, the Youth Academy. Just kind of wanted to get a feel for it. And there we go, 4-2 win. Very, very happy with that. As long as there's no second half. No, there's not, thank God. But Ito got man of the match. McIntyre did quite well. Young didn't have a lot to do apart from the 2 goals, really. But he made 3 okay saves, but there was nothing too threatening. Wood and Cochrane did okay as well. What am I saying? Cochrane scored twice. He did more than okay. Yeah, really, really happy with that. Interesting game mode. Yeah, let's advance forward. Yeah, so here is where I was going wrong earlier. I couldn't figure out how to do this. Now I know how to do it. So, apply for all players, all out performance. I always put this on before the season starts and then I change it afterwards. Yeah, that was kind of confusing earlier, so sorry if I confused you as well. When I look at the team, and in terms of where I think we need to improve, I wouldn't mind going for another left back. I do think that Taylor, you know, he's got 12 months remaining on his contract. How old is he as well? I think he's in his... Oh, no, he's 26. He's 26, so it's not too bad. But 26 years old, 74 rated. I do think we could go with somebody a little bit better than him. It's probably the only signing we're going to be able to make with the budget we have. So I do think that Taylor is probably who I'd end up selling. We've got some decent backups here. Valle, whoever you say his name. Montgomery could be decent as well. How old is he? Yeah, he's 21. So I reckon if we bring in another left back, I'll be pretty happy with the state that this team is in. So let's have a look at who we could sign in that position. So here are some of the players I've shortlisted. I looked in a couple of different leagues and said that I would try and keep it relatively around the same rating as Taylor, but just, you know, a few players who are slightly younger at the very least. Lewis Hall here. Now, he obviously does play in the Premier League, so he would be a bit more pricey. 19 years old though, 73 rated. I think he could be an absolutely brilliant pickup. Never used him in the Premier League either. Can I just say I am in love with this menu, lads. It's a bit of a throwback with even the font of the text here. I know that sounds oddly specific, but honestly, lads, I was thinking it away to myself there before we started recording. This is probably the most excited I've been for career mode in terms of the features they've brought in a long time. Because normally I'm just excited because it's career mode, but now it's exciting because there's just so much more to it. So yeah, sorry, just had to have a little fangirl moment there. But Lewis Hall, 19 years old, 73 rated. He would be the ideal player to fit the mold of what I spoke about earlier. Players who, you know, we can bring in, develop them. A few bigger clubs, a few teams from bigger leagues might come in and sniff around, and we can then sell him on. I think he's somebody who could be a good example of that. We've got Victor Christensen here, 21 years old, 75 rated. He could be more of a long-term option in terms of I could see him staying at Celtic a bit longer. Ryan Sessegnon, decent player at Fulham, hasn't quite reached the heights that were expected of him. Maybe he needs, you know, a new start in a new league with a team that plays Champions League football, and I think he'd slot in quite nicely. Slightly younger than Taylor as well, and he's quite versatile because he can also play on the wing if we need him to. This Abner Vinicius guy, I'll be honest with you, he's probably the one I'm least excited about of the players we have shortlisted here. He's around the same age. I think he's the closest in age. Well, to be fair, Sessegnon as well is quite close to Taylor's age, but he's the lowest rated that's closest to that age. At least with Lewis Hall, he's younger, so he'll have a bit more of an upside to him. I'm probably going to remove him, to be honest with you. Quinton Marilyn here, he looks quite decent as well. Plays for Marseille, 76 rated. He's worth about 15 million, so it would be a good chunk of our budget. Not sure if I want to do that. And same here with Truffert, because as some of you will know, if you did watch my preview of career modes we'll be doing this year, there is a very exciting French League career mode we have coming up with a team that is based in a French-speaking region that's not in France. So go check that out if you haven't already. For me, it's between these three. These are the three I think are the most interesting. Hall, Christensen and Sessegnon. I don't really know which one I want to go for. It's quite tough. So I think Marilyn and Truffert will leave for now because we can save them for the career mode in France. I am not entirely sure what I want to do here, lads. Decisions. Sessegnon, do you know what? I could see someone like Sessegnon ending up in the Scottish League. As I said, a player who hasn't had a bad career, but, you know, it didn't quite work out for him at Tottenham. He's back at Fulham now. You know, Fulham are okay, but, you know, anything that's run by Tony Khan, you can't really say it's built to last. So he could be interesting. Hall, though, I've never used, and he is quite exciting. And Christensen, I just feel like he fits the mould quite well too. You know what? I'm going to go with Ryan Sessegnon. I am going to go with Ryan Sessegnon. Why not? Never really used him much in career mode. It's a new challenge for him in his career, and I think he slots in quite nicely. So I'm going to offer just under his value to begin with. So we'll go 4.5 million. So let's see. Will they be willing to accept that at Fulham? Yes, they are. Lovely stuff. So we're going to get him for less than his value. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. Let's negotiate this now and see what his wage demands are, how long he'll be willing to sign for. That will be interesting. So we'll make him an important first team player, and I'm pretty sure he'll be happy with that. Yes, he is. So he's asking for 3 years. So if you don't know this, they will always take 1 year more or less than what they ask for, unless they ask for 5 years. Obviously, you can't offer more than 5 or less than 1. So I'll offer him a 4-year deal, and he'll be happy with that. That's good. Good to see they haven't updated that in the game. No release clause. I'm very, very happy with that. Will he ask me for money, or will they wait for me to give an offer? They will wait for me to give an offer. So he's on 41,000 at the moment, which is, you know, a decent Premier League wage. So you're coming to a bigger club, but in a less glamorous league. So I'm going to offer 35,000, but I'll give you a 200,000 signing bonus. How does that sound, Ryan? Are you willing to come to paradise? I tell you what, we're on the road again, and Ryan Sessegnon is joining us on that road. Our first signing in FC 25. It's Ryan Sessegnon. He's going to slot into that left back position. Very, very happy with that. Here he is entering the Celtic training facility. At least they've updated the assistant coach. He looks a lot more Hispanic and a lot less old. There you can see Celtic Park in the background. Very, very much looking forward to playing some games there. As Sessegnon does his medical, we can skip that. 4.5 million from Fulham. I'm quite happy with that. And lads, it's a godsend being able to see the players' ratings from the beginning. Oh, I'm so happy with it. We get an A as well for our first signing. Really, really happy with that. As you can see there, he can play on the wings as well as playing at the back. We'll keep those lads in the shortlist though, because why not? And we'll put Sessegnon right in the team. There we go. So Taylor, we can probably move on. Do we have a left back on the bench? We do not, it looks. So we'll put Vale. I need to learn how to pronounce a lot of these players' names. I am definitely making more of an effort to watch Celtic more this season, so that's something that I'm going to have to do as well to get to know these players a bit better. But Greg Taylor, thank you for your service, but it is time to leave. We'll give Sessegnon the number 3 as well. So we will. Right, the tactical setup as well. That's something I need to look at. So you can go a bit more in depth at this now, can't you? Isn't there a way you can go like quite specific with it? Or maybe that's in team sheets, maybe? Oh, here we go. Tactics. Yeah, this is going to be quite interesting. And obviously, as you can see there, there's a code that you can submit for other people to use the tactics that you come up with. I think that'll be quite cool. So let's come up with a new one. Let's call it Turl Ball. Because I'm too lazy to think of anything else right now. Turl... Oops. Ball. Because if there's anything I have, it's balls. And see, I'm a tactical mastermind. So let's edit this. So I'm quite interested to see how this is going to go. So the preset that we were on before, we said gegenpressing, wasn't it? So yeah, let's go pressing. So let's edit this and go to... Let's go short passing. Because obviously we can edit this for European games as well when we're up against it. Again, you know what? Let me come back to this because it's going to take me quite some time to figure this out. I've decided we're going to play a few games with the team first and then decide the tactical approach that we want to take. Because I think I need to get a feel for the team first before we do anything else. So let's sim a few days in. Let's see if we get any offers or anything like that. We do get a couple of emails here from... Or a couple of chats, I should say, here from, what's it called? From our captain, Callum McGregor. So let's say the future's exciting. There we go. Oh, and as you can see here as well, can I go back into that? How do I go back into that? Here we go. So notifications. God, the menu's going way too fast. So as you can see there with McGregor, he is very happy at the moment, but if he goes beyond the end of that dark green part of the morale there, he will get complacent. So we're going to have to humble players a bit from time to time this season. But I'll advance a few days extra. If we get... Oh, no, I didn't mean that. If we get any interesting emails or transfer offers or anything like that, I'll be sure to stop and show you. Just so you know as well, the first game will be in the next episode, but that will be coming up tomorrow. So do not tune out just yet. The first game will be played tomorrow. This is the preview episode. I'm not even counting this as episode 1 in a certain way. This is just the pilot kind of preview episode. Tomorrow will be the first proper episode where we get into some gameplay. Have a look at these cheeky feckers right here. Rangers, thinking they're going to take one of our star players off the wing. Yeah, blocked. You absolute morons. It's Greg Taylor, he has officially left the club. I think it's to go to Saudi Arabia. We had a few offers from a few different teams, but the transfer talks broke down. But normally the Saudi ones go through because they have the moolah to do these deals when it comes to the wages. So Greg Taylor, thank you for being a great servant to the club, even though I didn't get to use you, but whatever. You weren't really going to get much game time with Ryan Sessegnon coming in. So let's just confirm. Yes, Al Ittihad have picked up Greg Taylor. 4.5 million. I don't think that's too bad for a player that had 12 months remaining on his contract. We got him for more than his value, or sold him for more than his value. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's have a look at the first Youth Academy scout report. So from Ireland, Joshua Riley. Not looking very good, to be honest with you. Where do you see where their potential is? Does it tell me the potential? Well, that's weird. No, it doesn't. Am I blind? It tells me what their overall is, but it does not tell me the potential. Well, anyways, Craig Ward, he looks fantastic. Alan McCarthy, not too bad. Ronan Hanlon. Look, we'll sign him, just because why not? Kyle Flood, yeah, same with you. Joshua O'Reilly, or just, sorry, not O'Reilly, just Riley, fine. Mike Gallagher, No. And Connor Duggan, yes. Okay, so that's weird. It doesn't actually tell you what the what their potential is unless you go into the actual youth academy itself. Right, Scotland. Ewan MacArthur. Yeah, go on, why not? Rob McDonald. Did you have a farm boy? We'll bring you in. Logan Jack. Yeah, he looks okay. And, oh, now we need to... Okay, we've got too many players here. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't tell you until you actually go into the youth academy. That's interesting. Right, well, Joseph Archer. Yeah, no thanks. Lucas Young. I'll keep you because we don't have another goalkeeper. Let's see here. Hanlon, to be honest with you, no. Yeah, that's fine. And I think everyone else will probably keep. Yeah. Craig Ward looks fantastic, by the way. Holy crap. Let's put him on a development plan straight away. We will go with box-to-box midfielder. Why not? And then we will go to... Yeah, Riley. He's not great. Sorry, but he's not great. Yeah, right. Let's get out of that. Let's have a look here. No. The value is what we're going to look at more than anything. Yeah, Logan Jack, yes. Patrick Miller. Feel like we've got enough players in around those positions, so we'll say no. And any Swedish strikers that look like they're going to be the next Henrik Larsson. Lindqvist, probably not. Janssen, probably not either. And Lund, he's the best of the bunch. I'll sign him just to see what he's all about, but he probably won't be that quality of player that we're looking for. So let's go to Academy, Youth Squad. I'm already forgetting his bloody name. What was his name again? Lund, there we go. Oh, okay. Well, he's a winger, which is annoying because we were looking for strikers. So let's see if we go to position and we go striker, 63 weeks. Well, look, yeah, why not? He's got good potential. Where is he? Yeah, 78 to 94 potential. That's pretty decent. I need to put the rest of these lads on development plans as well. I do know that, but yeah, it's a work in progress, lads. It's a work in progress, and I think we're nearly at the first game as well. So let's advance on up to that. The first fixture will be against Hearts in the Scottish Premiership, a team who Celtic do actually have a bit of a rivalry with. Hearts are kind of like the Edinburgh version of Rangers, just like Hibs are the Edinburgh version of Celtic, so that should be interesting. That will be the first game in the next episode, lads. This was kind of a preview with everything. I wanted to see me set up the career mode, because that's something I normally don't do. I normally do all this in the background before we get things going, but I thought to make it different for the first career mode of FC25, I will show you everything on camera. And lads, can I just say I am super duper trooper excited for this career mode, despite the fact that's one of the most cringy things I've ever said. But anyways, lads, thank you so much for tuning into this first episode of the Celtic career mode, or should I say the Celtic / Republic of Ireland career mode. If I don't get that job offer from Ireland, well then, this is embarrassing, but I'm pretty confident that we will. I'm really, really excited for this, lads. I really hope you're excited as well to be on the journey with me. Please leave suggestions for signings, for tactics, for anything like that. I'm learning on the go at this, and I'm sure a lot of you are learning as well. Any of you that have picked up FC25 or any of you that will pick up FC25, we'll all be learning together, so please get involved. This is your career mode as much as it is mine, so I'm always open to feedback with suggestions on those topics. So be as active as possible in the comments section. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, please consider subscribing, and I will see you all for the first game of the Celtic career mode in the first official proper episode tomorrow at the same time. Hope you're looking forward to it. Speak to you then.